Is it sun bright or out on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, better late than never. I'm here to do a reading on Jisoo. She recently had a collaboration with Zeke or Zion, I think is his name. Yeah, Zion sounds better. Zion Malik, or is that another Zion? I don't know. But the name sounds very familiar. And actually, apparently, Jisoo has been teasing us for the longest that her and Zayn or Zion were going to be collaborating. So because of that, I was just like, oh, that's why his name sounds familiar. Because I was like, didn't somebody collaborate with him? I was going to say Rose, but then I was just like, no, Rose didn't collaborate with him. Then I was just like, did Ginny? I'm like, no, Ginny really didn't collaborate with anybody. She was hurrah, female power. So then I was like, did Lisa collaborate with him? And I was like, no, Lisa didn't collaborate with him, I don't think. I was thinking of who she collaborated with from the lead singer from Maroon 5, Adam something. I forget his last name. Adam Levine. That's who she did a collaboration with. Ooh, was that the right Adam? Ooh, yes, that was the right Adam. Ooh, I was thinking of Adam Lambert for a second. We're all over there in the archives, aren't we? Let's bring it up back to date. So with Zayn, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. When I first watched it, first off, the visuals, stunning, beautiful, love them. I truly do. And then I listened to the song when it first came out. I'll say day two because I missed it on the first day. So I watched it on the second day. Watched. Big emphasis. Once I got to the chorus, I was like, this is the chorus. I'm like, we didn't get no like different type of vibe. So I wasn't feeling it at first. I'm not gonna lie. And I pretty much put it off and write it off in a category. I was just like, it's official. I don't like Jisoo's music. That's how I felt at first. But actually, it grows on me. I think Jisoo is one of those artists out of the Blackpink girls that her music grows on you. Because at first, I wasn't vibing with Earthquake, but ever since I listened to Eyes Closed, Jisoo has been kind of playing in my head, and all I keep hearing is, I hit you like an earthquake. Oh. So I got Jisoo's Earthquake stuck in my head, and I haven't listened to it since she put it out. So that shows you how much Jisoo is one of those earworms that once you get it, you get it stuck in your head, and that shows longevity when it comes to Jisoo's music, and that for her as an artist is way more powerful than what the other Blackpink girls are doing, where they're coming out with bangers like that. And you know why I can say that so confidently? Because here we are at 7 days and she's at what, 35 million views. And I heard within like 24, 48 hours that she was already hitting records. So because of that, the song is a breakout hit. No matter how much people want to come at Zayn, no matter how much people want to down this collab, people are saying Jisoo's taking this in success and not coming at the haters. She just letting the numbers show how well she is as an artist. So she's not sweating the haters. So because of that, I'm here to do a reading on Jisoo because I just want to see what's going on with her, how she's feeling now that she's release this another song. I did not think we was going to get another song from the Blackpink members, especially while they're currently on tour. Are they still on tour? Let me double check that because I'm quite curious. The Deadline tour. Yeah, it's supposed to go into 2026. So because of that, they're still touring and Jisoo's dropping a song. Now, that's what I call a knock it out the park artists. I don't know what the other girls with Blackpink are doing. Step it up. Jisoo outdoing you guys. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm not trying to have any beefs against the Blinks or the Blackpink members. I love each and every one of them. And Jisoo's honestly growing on me more. I'm not going to lie. One thing I could say about Jisoo's music before I get into her tarot reading is the fact that when it comes to the kind of music that she does, oh, there was a crystal. Oh, okay. The kind of music that Jisoo does is very much Jisoo. She has solidified her genre, and honestly, it fits her. This fits her. She's like truly like K-pop, but like lovey-dovey, like ethereal kind of. And I wasn't expecting that from Jisoo, honestly. Like, she gives us a little bit of heart, a little bit of edge, but she still keeps the vocals beautiful, light, and airy. It's a beautiful balance and duality. And I'm just like, Jisoo embodies the black and pink, if you ask me. So because of that, that's amazing. So this card just happens to pop out for Jisoo as I'm just talking about her as an artist, and that happens to be, ooh, the moon. Now, we could say this as Jisoo being a person of many faces, because there are different phases of the moon, and you can consider that the different faces of the moon, not trying to play a pun on words now that I think about it, but also it shows that Jisoo is the best way I can honestly put it is a late bloomer. I know that's a wild one. What I mean by that is when you think about things growing at night, night is like the darkness. It's not fully in the light, and you don't see it coming, basically. And because I got flower and earthquake going through my mind, she's very elemental and very earthy. What, I don't know any of the Blackpink girls' signs, so I would just, out of curiosity, once I finish, I'm going to look up Jisoo's sign. But if you know Jisoo's sign, please do let me know down below in the comments. Although I do know I do know in Asia, zodiac signs aren't as prevalent, but blood types are. But I don't study blood types. But hey, if you know Jisoo's blood type, let me know down below. Anyway, with this moon, I see that Jisoo, when it comes to her as an artist and her developing her sound and her, when it comes to developing her sound and her image, it's something that had to grow, but it's also something that's malleable, changeable, moldable. You can work with Jisoo. She's pliable. And that is a good thing for a sense of longevity. But she is going to go but so far out of her comfort zone. And that is also a very good thing. So she knows exactly what it is that she wants and what it is that she wants to do. And I see right down here at the very bottom, we see the Two of Wands symbolizing a harmony and a unison. She could be, we know that recently she's been doing a whole lot of acting. Like since Blackpink had went their separate way, she went more down the acting route. And she was kind of, again, the last one to release their album. So because of that, we see that when it comes to Jisoo, she does things in her own terms and in her own time, but also when it feels right within herself. It's all about timing for Jisoo. She doesn't want to push something out too soon that she's not satisfied with, or that she hasn't gotten a chance to bounce ideas off of somebody. So because of that, let's just see here in the past. The High Priestess. I like that. So where I do like the song, by the way. Like I'm not sure if I stated that before. Closed eyes closed. I can't remember the name exactly. I listened to it today so that way I could have a good sense of Jisoo before I came and did this reading. And I'm not going to lie to you. I put it on repeat. I played it 3 times in a row. the first time was me doing a second rerun, and I was just like, okay, am I feeling this? And then once it was over, I was just like, wait, it's over? And then I was like, wait, I liked it? So I had to go play it another time. That was my third run, and that was the second run of today. So I was just like, okay, let me play it again. So I was listening to it. I was just like, okay. I'm like, I think I'm liking this. I'm just like, I'm not hating it. So then I'm just like, would I be willing to play it again? So I tested it and I played it again, and I still wasn't mad. I was like, okay, I like the song. It has passed the test. It has passed the replayability. And that means a lot for me. If I can listen to your song on repeat and don't have any gripes with it or be like, oh, this is my favorite part, or I get bored in your song, then that means that I'm going to listen to your music more. And that's exactly what I see here. What could have been happening when she put this song in, because she's been teasing it for a while. So she's been working on this. She's been putting herself into this. And I think this is a nice song that is a great metaphor for how she feels, going back to this Two of Wands, that sense of falling in love with creativity, falling in love with anything that you're passionate about, just falling blindly with your eyes closed because you're trusting your instincts and your intuition is leading you in the right path, in the right direction. Just trust the feeling. And that's exactly what Jisoo was doing. So that's why and that's why her song was able to honestly blow up, because it was resonating from her soul. Basically, Jisoo put her all in that, and Zayn was the right collaborator for that. Their vocals really did complement each other. And honestly, I think she couldn't have picked a better person to collaborate with this song. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of would have, it was a cute love story. And above Jisoo's head, we have the world. This is a very good reading for Jisoo. I am loving it. Outside of the fact that there are pretty much major arcana cards, so therefore everything is internal with Jisoo, and it could be an internal change, because she could have been faced with what she's going to do with her life now. That what she's going to do after Blackpink is what Jisoo was faced with. She was faced with the world. She had the world opened up to her, and what was Jisoo going to do with her time and her energy and her creativity? Well, she decided to use it to create this album. Come full circle, this was maybe like the touch that Jisoo's album probably needed, but it just needed to marinate a little bit more. It needed to incubate a little bit, just a little bit more, so that way it was just the right perfection for her to finally release it. Because it's not like you're going to tease something for us for months and then, because I forgot about it. So it's not like she's going to sit here and tease about it for months if it wasn't something that was on the horizon coming. So because of that, it was something that really was special to her. It was a sense of a treasure. And it's like a coming full circle, coming of age vibe that Jisoo's coming to. Like, Jesus, every card out here is a major arcana card, because we have the Hierophant in her future, which symbolizes, I just had to check if there was another major arcana card down there at the bottom, right there, and there sure is. I swear to you, I shuffled these cards, and I've never had this many major arcana cards come out like this. So whatever is going on with Jisoo, it's like this is her time. Going back to that world card, it's almost like the Wheel of Fortune, but on steroids, in a good way. Right now with Jisoo, when it comes to her career, whether that's music, whether that's acting, she is getting a fuller picture of who she is. And by having a fuller picture of who she is and where she wants to stand and make her mark, it's helping her have a more foundation within herself and know that she can do, and she does have the talent. Not saying that she didn't have the talent before, but we're not, okay, Blinks, let's just get real serious for a second. We all pretty much know Jisoo's was the underdog. So because of that, the underdog is shining. bright like a diamond, baby. So because of that, it's like Jisoo has finally cocooned and blossomed and came out of her shell. And we're seeing, I mean, not saying that the other girls of Blackpink haven't done that since they've been on break and separated from each other, but it seems like Jisoo took it to more heart, literally, because they're major arcana cards in all of this reading. So because of that, it was much more of a, and she's also the oldest of the members too. So you got to put that into account too. So there's just a whole lot of that. And I'm pretty sure with that taken, she's probably around her quote unquote Saturn return age. So there's a whole lot of that going on where she has to now question what is she going to do with the next 28 years of her life, and reflecting on what has she's been doing before today. So because of that, and before she's been this is something that just didn't start today. It's something that's been evolving and evolving faster since, I will say, the separation of Blackpink. It was like the catalyst that had this ball rolling for Jisoo. And maybe that's why she took a break from music, because with acting you have to go search within yourself. Those are all feelings, emotions, and energy within yourself. You just have to be willing to tap into that. And then once you can tap into that, then you are able to feel a sort of a variety of emotions if you just allow yourself to be a free bird, literally, in all the senses. And so for that, Jisoo did exactly that, and it kind of opened her up to who she is. And now she's coming back to music, bringing that new flair, that new energy, that new vibe, that new Jisoo, and she's making it a statement. So let's just pick some 4 cards to see what be the outside influences surrounding Jisoo. What could be influencing this transformation, this major transformation? It's like the OG Sue is dead and gone, for real. We have a spiritual fog, which wanted to flop right out. So she was definitely in some confusion with who she was as an identity, but also just a confusion in what is she going to do with her life going forward, because it was like a reality wake up call. Blackpink is not always going to be there. Yeah, we did 8 years, but how long is Blackpink going to last? Like, yes, we've passed the 7-year curse, but after that, we shortly fell apart if you think about it retrospectively. And honestly, all the girls are pretty much different now that they've came back together for the tour. So because of that, that's a new vibe, a new thing. I'm still curious and wondering if Blackpink is ever going to come back after the Deadline tour. And all Blinks were wondering the same thing. And every time I do, and it seems like each time I do a reading on the Blackpink members, I see that they have really taken a whole complete change, like day and night. So because of that, it's just, I don't see how they could return back to what it used to be. And if they are willing to get confined again in that sense. And what I see here again is responsibilities. Jisoo decided to start taking control over her own life. Hey, for so many years, somebody was telling her what to do, what to wear, what to eat, where to go, where to sleep, gotta be here, gotta be there, gotta do this, gotta do that. And she still has that going on because she's still doing other things outside of being an artist. But at the same time, she realized having some more responsibilities that she took onto herself, being able to say no, being able to advocate and speak for herself. All those things have made her grown and mature as a person and find herself. And then we hear, ooh, I like this, is the spider card. And spiders, even though you might not like them as insects, maybe you do if you like insects, woo-woo for you. But spiders are really hard workers. They're very meticulous and detailed. Think about a spider web. That takes a lot of dedication and a lot of work and a lot of being crafty, because spider web, 2 spider webs are the same. So because of that, A spider has its own personality, it has its own flair, it has its own way of working and its own style. Yeah, we all had the same cards dealt out from us to us, but how do I decide to work what the cards was dealt out to me, basically? And that's exactly what I see Jisoo's doing. She's now starting to web a new future, a new line, a new path for herself, and she is coming out, as this card says, a bit more resilient, and she is having a bit more precision. She's able to understand, the best way I could really say this when it comes to precision, outside of being outside of being meticulous, is the fact that, like I've been saying throughout this entire thing, it always has to be within Jisoo's timing. Like, Jisoo has to feel like it's worthy, that it is right, that right precision. Jisoo has to feel confident within it and is willing to solidify and be like, yes, I want my name to that. And if it's not that, then no, we're not going with it until it's precise like I want it. So that's where Jisoo's starting to become more. And with that, we're starting to see her really blossom as a person in musically wise. We see that Jisoo is evolving and growing right before our faces, and this song is a great testament to that, by how split the audience was. Some people said that they didn't want it, some people said that they were disappointed. So it's all of that. People were trashing Zayn, bringing up his past, saying he hasn't been a somebody since 2015, 2017, something like that. So he's just needing Jisoo as a come up, something like that. I don't know. That's just what I'm hearing on the internet. So because of all that negative energy coming up against Jisoo's work. But if there was a fault, if there was a crack, if there was something not in place, then it wouldn't have done as good as it did. But because Jisoo put it out in a time and phase when it was ready. Now that Jisoo's following her intuition and following herself and knowing that she's not going to do anything that isn't going to be in her best interest. So just trust, if this is the music that I like, if I like it and I want to listen to it, then I know other people are going to have to like it and listen to it. If I don't want to listen to my own music, why am I going to put it out? So that's the kind of vibe. And before she even put it out, she probably was listening to this in her house, day in, day out, in the car, day in, day out. Like, am I getting tired of it? Do I hate it? Could I see everybody loving it? She could have been sharing it with the rest of the Blackpink members, and they were hurrah, hurrah, loving it, cheering her on, saying, yeah, that's really good. Or some of them was probably like, oh my God, Jisoo, yes. So because of that, she was getting all this praise from the people around her that she trusts and love, and that re-solidified what she was feeling within herself. So she was like, okay, I can finally put this out. I've exhausted all my options. I have turned every stone, and I know that this is song worthy. And if it's not song of the year, then I don't know what is. It's what Jisoo's feeling. And the numbers proved exactly. Trust yourself, Jisoo. You know exactly what you're doing. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Jisoo. I sure did. It was very good. Like I said it before, I'm not sure if you guys were going to agree, but the underdog has arisen. And lo and behold, Jisoo is looking more fabulous and gorgeous than the rest of the girls. Just saying. Just out of the evolution that I saw. And that's just me coming from somebody who it was a huge Jennie stan. I still stand Jennie. But just seeing Jisoo took it out the water for me, out of which of the Blackpink members grew and soared the most outside. I mean, we could say Rose. Let's just take her out the picture because Apata is doing numbers and laps around everybody else. Let's be honest, but that's just my opinion. So because of that, and with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading on Jisoo. I sure did. whoever requested this reading. I hope I did it justice and that the week was worth the wait. With that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. It would really mean a lot to the channel. We would really appreciate it. Please and thank you. Give this video a thumbs up. Share this video with anybody that's a Jisoo fan or is like Blink. And with that being said, leave your comments down below. Is there anybody else that you would like me to read on? Should I read on Curtis? Should I read on Baby Monster? Should I read on Twice? You let me know down below in the comments. That's just who's been popping up on my TikTok feed. So I just tried to name some people that was relevant that you might be interested in. And so BTS finally comes back on scene, and I will definitely be doing a reading when they do that. So with that being said, I will see you sunflowers in the next one, and subscribe for that if you would like to wait for the BTS return, you reunite reading that I will do. So with that being said, I will now see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers.